Hey, it's Hélène, and this is Decoding Dress. Question: has there ever been a time when you've seen someone in an outfit and instantly your gut tells you there is much more to what they're wearing than just fabric? Well, more often than we may realize, people are wearing and sharing culture through their wardrobe. And let me tell you, some of the stories are good, like this one. Raise your hand if you know about the ao dai. Now this is what I'm talking about. It's a traditional Vietnamese dress. According to the Fairchild Book's Dictionary of Fashion, the ao dai is defined as a pantsuit consisting of a long sleeve mid-calf tunic slashed on the side seams and full-length pants. The outfit is worn predominantly by women in Vietnam. It's also worn by this woman, New Yorker Ginny Nguyen. I met Ginny at a Vietnam veterans event. She was on a panel that I was moderating. I took one look at her dress and said, "Ginny, talk to me, girl." And the story she shared was fascinating.
My dad is the Lieutenant Colonel for the South Vietnamese Army, and he fought with the American against the communists. That's why we came here, because of the war. In 1975, my father, he chose America because he loved this country, and there's a lot of opportunity here.
Ginny escaped Vietnam with her family in late April 1975 when the Communist North captured Saigon, the capital of South Vietnam. She spent several months in different refugee camps, one in the Philippines, another on Wake Island, before her family was sponsored and eventually brought to New York. Wearing the ao dai is a reminder for Ginny of her journey, her history, and a way to share her story.
That's the whole purpose. That's why I'm wearing the dress, to represent the South Vietnamese, to represent whatever the left of our history, and also to share our story and our tradition, with the American people that's interested and they wanted to learn. And I'm the type of person I like to share.
Let me tell you, Ginny schooled me. I have seen these gorgeous dresses before in movies and magazines, but I didn't know the backstory. Ginny broke it all down.
It's originated in the 18th century. It's from the Nguyen dynasty, and it's also representing the South. We kind of modify it a little bit because originally the dress itself is not really that form-fitting. The woman, with French culture, they wanted to modify, make it more sexy and elegant and modern. So that's why they taper it, and then they emphasize your feature. From then on, the Vietnamese long dress, ao dai, have become very popular.
Because the ao dai was predominantly worn in South Vietnam, Ginny says it was seen by the North as controversial. She says it wasn't until the late 1980s, when there was a resurgence of sorts of the Vietnamese dress, it was used actually as a school uniform. It has since been modernized and remains popular in Vietnamese culture. But just how comfortable is it? Ginny says there is a reason she only wears these particular dresses for special events.
It's very uncomfortable, really, if you walk around on it, because there's a certain way that you have to sit, there's a certain way you have to walk, and there's a certain way, you do things with this dress. So it's not easy. But, for a special occasion, once in a while, I wouldn't mind wearing it.
And that is the story of the ao dai and Ginny Nguyen. All right, let's do a brief recap before we go. The term ao dai means long dress. It's a staple item for Vietnamese weddings and special occasions. The ao dai is common in South Vietnam. Ginny says when the Communist North took over the South in 1975, you didn't see the dress as often except for weddings. It regained popularity in the 1980s when it was used as school uniforms, and it remains popular to this day. Finally, Ginny wears the ao dai to share a part of her Vietnamese culture with others, and she says it's a way to show her gratitude to America. I'm Hélène Biandudi Hofer, and this is the Empty Hangers Decoding Dress. Do you wear clothes to help share a story of cultural significance? If so, connect with me on social media and tell me all about it. I will see you next time.